G'day guys, Fader here, welcome back to the channel. Hope yous are all doing good. And today we will be doing a benchmark video. The first benchmarks on the channel, but nevertheless, never too late. I will be doing a couple more. Today we'll be doing a benchmark on the Samsung Evo 980, and as you can see, with crystal mark disk info, as you can see, it's an M.2 drive, 500 gig. As you can see, it's PCIe 3.0 at 4 times. So we should be expecting thing. Now this is it's not the Evo drive. It's the non-Evo standard M.2 that just goes into your PCI Express port. But nevertheless, let's jump on in and do a benchmark. So we've got it here. We better select the right drive. So C drive, which and it is currently at 90% capacity. So we will be, to record this video, I am actually indeed doing it. So let's do the test and we'll see how we go. The drive is at 90% capacity according to thing, and look at that, 3,173. Now I believe the average on the read was, I think I did see elsewhere that it was like 2.8. People are getting 2,800. So to get 3,100 on a drive that is 90% full is pretty good on read, I think. And the advertised speeds on the 980 Evo are up to 3,500. And the write, I think, was around 2,600. But the average was around 1,800, I think. So to 1,900. So something like that, around that area. So we're well within our... And bear in mind, I am using an older chipset to do this benchmark on my main PC. I am using my main PC to do it, but it is actually on the B450 chipset, so you may get faster on the newer chipset. And I'm running Windows 10 as well, so... I have had this drive for a while now, so... And we can actually do another benchmark through Samsung Magicin as well. So if you want the Samsung software, you can indeed download that from the Samsung website. And it will actually be fully available there at the time of recording this video, of course. It's readily available. I have it. So we'll just see how we go. And I believe, and the reason why I've got crystal disk up there is the temperature. So as you know, a while back I done a video on my BeQuiet M.2 cooler, which was for the Samsung Evo, or Samsung 980, Samsung Evo. I don't know why I say Evo. It's not a Samsung Evo. It's just a 980, as you can see. So write speed is 2,391. We're looking at the moment. So that's actually a pretty good write speed. For an M.2 that is actually on an older chipset and 90% full. When I first got the drive, I didn't actually do a benchmark, unfortunately. Maybe if I was to do a clean install, I could probably redo it and might get a little bit faster. Everything's up to date on my PC, so there's no reason why it shouldn't be slower. But it can only improve in time. So when it actually comes completely, and as you can see, it is actually 9 minutes past 8 in the evening here. So it is night time when I'm doing this benchmark. So the temperature shouldn't go up too much. I haven't got my fans on, so it's at 45 degrees. My fans are on, but not on high, they're just on standard mode. And we are doing a 1 gigabit at a time, and we're doing it 5 times, so it is testing. It's preparing another write process, so... And if you want the link for the program I used, I will put it in the description below. I may forget, but I'll definitely leave a link to the in the description for Crystal Disk. At the time of recording this video, this is the latest version of both. And there we go, we have actually finished. So as you can see, we've got the read speed of 3173.22, write 2319, and the driver's at 45 degrees. Now, if we go and open up Samsung Magicon, we can do a performance benchmark through here. Indeed, this was a benchmark, so I'm just going to move this here so you can see the difference between the two. And now we're going to do start. And as you can see, a previous one I done today in the heat, when it was hot, it was actually the read was 3070, so actually slower than Crystal Disk Mark. I'm using different programs, so you can kind of get a rough idea. And the sequential write was 2367, so it was actually faster earlier on. So, and you can measure Crystal Disk Mark in the way Samsung does it as well, but it's just a different way they test it. And we got 3050. So a little bit slower, of course, because you're doing one benchmark test after another. Of course, they're going to read a little bit slower, but no difference between the two. So we'll just see how we go. And we're just waiting. We're 54%. It does it for a couple of minutes on Samsung, so I'm guessing the write speed will actually be faster with Samsung Magicon. Now this is Samsung's allocated software, and you can do everything with it. I'm not going to go through all the features of the Magicon software, but I mean, you can update the firmware on the drive. If it has one, you can adjust the performance of the drive. So if I want the drive to be smaller, it can make the drive go a little bit faster. But which I've already got it at peak optimization anyway, so the drive can't really go any faster. But results may vary on different machines. That's all I'm trying to say. In that aspect, you just never know. And we got 1 second. And we got 2310. So Samsung Magicon pulled up a little bit slower on the sequential write. Random read was 287,841, and random write was 2145,99 IO flops. So it always does different speeds. Alright guys, well that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the benchmark on the Samsung 980 SSD M.2 drive, PCI Express 3.0. And I'll leave a link in the description for the crystal disk info and the crystal disk mark that I used. And also, if I can find Samsung Magician, I'll put a link in for that as well. Alright guys, take care, thanks for watching, and Fatty is out.